How to open and operate USA and UK bank accounts from Nigeria with Payoneer. Welcome to this particular video. It's still your paddy Oliver Afabike. So on this particular video, what I wanted to show you is actually this thing that you are just seeing on this particular screen. Otherwise, how to open either a USA bank account or UK bank account using one giant platform called a Payoneer. You understand me? And as you can see in the graphic on this particular screen, if you sign up on Payoneer with somebody's referral link, automatically you get $25 to your name, in other words to your account. So understand me? Then I will show you how you can sign up with under somebody's referral link. So on this particular video, some people have been actually contacting me and they chatting me up and calling and some other things. Because of the previous video I shot on this particular training on how to open a Payoneer bank account. Sure, I mean say USA bank account with Payoneer, either USA or UK. Sure, understand me? So people were like that the things changed. Actually, what's really happened is that because there is when you withdraw with card, you understand me, from as if you have your money on the Payoneer on your account, you understand me, through Payoneer on your bank account on USA that you open through Payoneer. In other words, you have money on your Payoneer account, you understand me. If you want to withdraw it, you have to use your card, and the card part of it, Payoneer is charging you pay withdrawal. I didn't know whether if you realize it. So each withdrawal you did, Payoneer will charge you for the withdrawal fee. And in Nigeria set their own ATM that you cannot withdraw more than 20,000 at once. Sure, yes, at once. Sure, that's so. When I look into this particular stuff, you can find out that before, like if somebody that will make something like $1,000, before you can withdraw the whole money to your bank account, you have given Payoneer more money. In other words, you have spent more money on the withdrawal fee because you can't withdraw all of them at once. Had it been that you can withdraw all of them at once with Payoneer, I mean say from our ATM machine, sure, understand. So there is no need of actually bothering to get another particular means, sure, understand me. But because that Nigeria sent their ATM, almost all of them to that you can withdraw more than 20,000 pay withdrawal, and the Payoneer don't care about whether if your country set is something like 5,000 naira or something like that, but Payoneer will charge you pay withdrawal. So in the whole, before we can withdraw our money, we are wasting more. We have to waste as in spend much of the money in the whole. I can call it even in ways. Do you understand me? So this thing have been bothering me. So I started writing to them. I was sending them an email, contacting them that this is the issue we are having, and this is actually what we needed to, what we want. You understand me? That they have to help us through this particular means. So hopefully, I didn't know whether if that letter that I wrote to them, or maybe I don't know how, but actually exactly I explained it to them. Exactly I requested from them is what they actually did. In other words, instead of for us to be using our card to be withdrawing our money, so whenever we either, let's assume that we are selling something on ClickBank, you understand me, or whatever it is, Fiverr, you understand me, and we make money and we shift the money to the Payoneer. So Payoneer will now send the money to our bank account direct. Very simple. I didn't know whether if you get it. It's as simple as ABC. It's as simple as ABC. So Payoneer will send the money direct to our bank account, but they have to, because they can only transfer money in USA dollars. So you have to open a domiciliary account in Nigeria or whichever country you are. So understand me. Once you open a domiciliary account that can carry USA dollar, so understand me. So you have to give them those particular stuff. So understand. So without wasting time, this is what I just wanted to actually clear before we dive into this particular stuff, because a lot of people were like, they have checked this, they are requesting for bank, and this is not in your previous video. So I want to update it so that you guys will actually know what is happening. So understand me. So thank God that they have heard my plea, or whomever that actually make it to happen. But one thing I know that I wrote to them earlier, so understand me, and I was begging, I was asking them to actually help out. So understand me, and whomever that makes it to happen is they have done it. So I have to show you actually the easy way on how to open this particular stuff right now, right here. So the first thing I have to do is actually to open this particular curtain and actually show you the pre-check list. Very simple stuff. And once you see the pre-checklist, then we can actually dive into this particular stuff. So number one thing is actually you need your login info, in other words, your email and your password. Then and the second one is you need your contact info, that is your name and your actually address. You understand me? And you need that particular thing that makes some people that are to be actually be calling and disturbing me. What is this particular new emergement on this particular or set or sign up? You understand me? So you need your bank Swift, or you call it BIC code. Again, don't freak out. I will explain this into you in a way that you understand it very well. And at the end of this particular training, you'll be like, is it this particular simple stuff? So understand me. Then the last but not the least, you need your verification info. It could be either your national ID card, voter's card, or driver's license or international passport. So any of them you have ready, then you can use it. As in this particular people, Payoneer can accept it from you. So understand me. You know what we need to do is actually what is the potential for us to be wherever you are, wherever we are, like I'm in Nigeria now, and then you can have an account, a virtual bank account, you understand me, in US or in UK through this particular giant platform called Payoneer. These people are helping a lot, you understand me. So now, without wasting time, let me take these few seconds to actually clarify you a little bit on this particular bank Swift or BIC code, because I believe that this thing is actually confusing a lot of people, but it shouldn't confuse you. Understand? So let me open this curtain and explain it. So what is that particular thing that I call Swift or BIC code? That is the question many people have been asking. So understand me, in as much that I didn't put actually the question mark on this particular stuff, but that is the question. So understand me. So number one is, let's talk about BIC, because that is the main thing about it. You understand? So BIC stands for Bank Identifier Code. I don't know whether if you get it. In other words, you know that these particular people, when we have money on Payoneer account, you understand? So they have to send it to us in our country. You understand? So the question is, how will they know which bank that they have to send it to? I don't know whether if you understand, so that your money will not sink on the ship when it's flying to your country. You understand? So they needed to know into what this particular as in the bank. So the identifier, in other words, the code that they use to identify which bank is that thing that is called BIC. You understand me? I didn't know what if you get, in other words, bank identifier code. You understand me? And normally they always be something like 8-digit number. Again, I was explaining to you. And sometimes you can see something like 11-digit number depending on the country. You understand me? So now Swift stands for Society for Worldwide Interfinancial Telecommunication. In other words, a kind of, let me actually clear this up a little bit, a kind of body that provide a network that enable financial institution, something like banks, you understand me, worldwide, not just nation stuff, you understand me, to send and receive information about financial transaction in a secure, standardized and reliable environment. In other words, this particular people is like, they are the body that have the network that to say, okay, this particular transaction has happened. In other words, the money has been sent from this particular bank to this across the nation, in intercontinental. I mean, say international. You understand me? In other words, from this particular place to another particular, from this particular country to another particular country. So this particular body is actually the people that are seeing to it. I didn't know. It's very simple stuff. It's not even hard to understand. You understand me? So now, I'm a graphical type. Again, this particular stuff, so that this is last slide on this particular thing. Before we jump into internet, I'm a graphical type. So this is actually the 8-digit number of Swift or BIC code. Again, the first number. In other words, 8-digit number, the first number, the first 4 number actually stand for bank code. You understand? That one represents which bank is that in that particular country. Then the second, the 2 number following actually represent the country code. The country is the country code which represents the country that bank existed. I don't know whether you forgot it. Like this one particular one, AU is Australia. It's very simple stuff. Then the last is actually the location of the bank, the code representing the location of the bank. Again, when we do this particular things like practical, I will use Nigerian particular one to actually show you that what I mean, and by then it will not confuse you. Again, I promise you that particular one, it will never confuse you. So now, okay, when we get to that particular stuff, I will actually tell you what I mean. So without wasting time, let's jump to the internet and I will show you how to register actually on Payoneer to obtain your either UK bank account or USA bank account using one giant. You understand me? Very simple. So let's go to online and let me show you this particular thing live right now, right here. Let's go online. And here we are online. So the first thing first is actually, like I told you initially, at the beginning, that if you actually sign up to somebody's referral link, Payoneer will give you this particular stuff, as in they will give you $25. So understand me? So let's assume that if you go to this part again, depending on where you are watching this particular video, so understand. But one thing I will advise you is, if you are watching this particular video inside the Global Freelance, as outside Global Freelance Academy, then let's assume you are watching it on YouTube or Facebook or wherever it is. Look around that particular video, you see a link, either a link that will direct you to Global Freelance Academy to become a member, free member. So understand me? Or actually the link that will direct you to that particular stuff we are talking about. You understand? But the best way. Now let me tell you what. If that link do not take, if whatever link you see around do not take you to globalfreelanceacademy.com, then what I would advise you to do is actually you go to down on this particular global. You go to Global Freelance Academy and go down, and you can see our contacts at this particular place. Then you send us an email to show us what is happening. You understand? So that we can actually try to know whether if that particular link is genuine. You understand? Because actually some system have been built, an extended system has been built in our ultimate, from our ultimate system to actually help people. And if that thing is true, that is one of the systems that is built from our system, then the link on it will lead you to a referral link where you have to, number one thing, that you have to have a discount while purchasing a Global Freelance Academy paid member if you wanted to be. So understand me? And number two is actually then going straight to the home page. Going straight to the home page might not give you that particular bonus. You understand me? Then another one is that the link there might be that particular referral link to actually Payoneer. But once you have opened a pay as Global Freelance Academy account, that free account, what you need to do from that whichever link at this particular area, either up or down, depending on where you're watching this particular video, what you need to do at this particular place that says tools and resources, after you log in, you understand me, then you click on tools and resources. And once you click on tools and resources, you understand me, very simple stuff. What you need to do is actually go to this particular place. Again, if where you are watching this particular video, you are not seeing any link that leads you to either Global Freelance Academy or to any of their subsystem, and how to note their subsystem, just copy the domain link of that particular website wherever it take you to. You understand me? Like something like, okay, wherever it take you to, go copy that particular link and you contact us with that particular link. Then we can verify to know whether if it's one of the subsystem of Global Freelance Academy. You understand me? Or go straight to register. You understand me? So once you register and come to that particular tools, this particular tools and resources, then you of this particular site. You understand me? Then it will lead you to all these awesome products. Sure, understand me? So you have to go to this particular icon that says Payoneer and click on it. The reason why you should do it is, once you come through this particular way, then you opening it through a referral link, somebody's referral link, whomever it is. You understand me? That have become a Global Freelance Academy member. Again, if you become a member, you can also activate your own. You understand me? So once you click on it, you can get that particular $25. So because a lot of people we are like, okay, where can I get that particular your referral link or your referral link? So yeah, inside the Global Freelance Academy free membership, you can get the referral link, regardless of whomever you get it from. The only thing that matters is once you log in inside the Global Freelance Academy, as if you go here and you log in after creating the account, you understand, from whatever system, then you'll be able to click on that particular page, at this particular icon, and once you click on it, you are clicking on somebody's referral link. So understand, as you can see, if you didn't click on somebody's referral link, this might not come out, but here it says sign up and earn $25. I'm not saying it will not come out, I said it might not come out. So understand me. So I have to click on this particular stuff again. Let me clarify this, because a lot of people have been contacting me that they have opened an account, they didn't see that particular $25. Let me ask you this question: where will it come from? The only thing I wanted to tell you is actually the $25 is intact, but you can only make it, you can only have it when you have up to $100 with PAYONEER. Then they will add the $25, then your money will be $125. I didn't know whether if you get it, you understand. And again, if you sign up through somebody referral link, then you stand a chance to promote global freelance. I mean, say to promote PAYONEER, and actually when you refer somebody to the system, you make $25, and that person you referred actually make $25 as far as that is signed up through a referral link. I didn't know whether if you get it, and I've showed you how to do that. So now we'll click on that particular button, and after clicking on it, this is what will be presented. So we can open a bank account as a company, or we can open an account as an individual. For this particular training, they're not. Are you opening it for a country? For me, I'm opening it for an individual. So I have to come to this particular place and actually type my first name. Come to this particular place. Type my surname, in other words, my last name, which is alphabetic. Then I come to this particular place. You know what I did? I open one Gmail, you understand me, to use on this particular training. And believe it or not, I might have not have this particular Gmail off head. You understand me? So I needed to copy this particular email, because actually I haven't even have it off head. You understand me? Again, I open it for this particular training. You understand me? So now I come to this particular place, Ctrl V to paste. Just put your email here. Very simple stuff. Type that particular email at this particular place. Very simple stuff. Very simple stuff. You understand me? So the last here is actually to click here and select your date. Select your birth date. You understand me? One thing I would advise you is try as much as you can to be accurate on date and month. If you don't want to be accurate on the year, it doesn't matter much. You understand? But again, you have to be accurate on the date, which my month is April. So you'll be preparing something for me on the 30th. You understand? As you can see, I haven't even filled the year. So I have to come up to the year. Again, come up with whichever year you want, as far as that is up to 18 years. You understand me? Very simple stuff. Very simple stuff. So I have to type this particular stuff and select on 30th, which is my birth month. Once you fill this particular stuff, you click the next button to take us to this particular contact detail. Very simple. So this thing is not something hard. So when you come to contact detail, the system have actually detected that I'm from Nigeria, so you have to put your address here. Very simple. So you know what I would do on this particular address? I have to put it any address that come to my mind. You understand me? Again, you have to come up with your real address. You understand me? Like your residence address, that is the best. But I have to actually put any address that come to my mind. So what will I do now? So I just put that particular address. I'm sorry to hide that particular address. Just come up with your own address. So I have to actually put in the city, which is Enugu. Put in the zip code. Again, you have already know how to get the zip code. If you don't know, go to Google, type your city and zip code. Like I can go to Google, type Enugu zip code, and I will search that particular stuff. You understand me? So very simple stuff, and I will get a bunch of zip code from Google that is from Enugu as Enugu's zip code. You understand me? And I can use one again if you don't know your zip code. But for me, I'm using the Enugu general actually zip code, which is 400,001. Very simple stuff. So when it comes to phone number, I actually have to put anything number here. So I have to put this particular number, and once this particular detail contact is actually filled, as you can see, the second address I didn't put anything in there because it's optional. So I have to click on this particular next option to get to security detail. Boom. And once I click next option, it will take me to where I can fill the security details. So I have to actually put in my password. Come, as you can see from this particular side, it says that password should contain at least 7 characters and include at least one Latin alphabet, blah blah blah. So just made it to be capital, as in to be capital letter have to be there, small letter have to be there, characters have to be there. Character is something like art or hash key or something like that, you understand me? So you have to actually retype that particular your password. Again, I can't type and talk at the same time. Most of the time, if I do, I seem to fail. So when you come to security questions, you have to come up with whatever you want. Like, at what age did you first visit a foreign country? With which company did you hold your first job? What is the first name of your spouse? What was the name of your first pet? What was the last name of your boss? In which city was your grandpa born? What is the name of your first school? The name of my first school should be primary school. That is National Primary School. Yeah, that is that. You understand me? So you have to fill up with your own. So when you come to this particular place, he said Nigeria, this thing. So I have to, yeah, I'm still from Nigeria. So now you have to actually select whichever one, either national ID card or driver's license or passport. Again, if you don't have national ID card, any of this, but you have voter's card, then select national ID card. Then you come to this particular place. Let me actually copy this particular number that I saw somewhere, I think online. Understand me? Again, this is not my own number, but you have to use your exact number. Understand me? This particular stuff is just for training sake. So I have to click on the next button to take us to the next place. Understand me? Which is almost done place. And when you come to almost done place, what you need to do is actually here is what confuses a lot of people. In other words, when they come to this particular place, they don't know what else that they have to do. So you say bank at the bank account type. So understand. So it depends on whichever bank you open. Did you open this particular bank for yourself or for your company? Again, this particular account is for myself, to understand me. So this place is Nigeria. Then you have selected Nigeria. When you come to this particular place, they have two currencies that they can send to Nigeria, whichever one you prefer, depending on the domiciliary account you have. You understand me? So for me, I have dollar, I have euro, I have pounds, I even have yuans. You understand me? But for you, it might be only domiciliary. So you have to go to your bank and open a bank account, domiciliary bank account. It not cost you much. Understand me? Just for dollar, I think you have to have up to $20 on your account. Understand me? On that particular domiciliary account. Or maybe what you could do is you can use your ordinary bank detail to actually open this particular store. But as soon as you open it, after opening it, you have to go to domiciliary account and open that particular account, because you can't withdraw this money at the time I'm recording the video to your normal Naira account. You can only withdraw it to your domiciliary account. Then when you withdraw it to your domiciliary account, from there you can get the dollar equivalent, or you can sell it, or however it happens. You can transfer it to somebody that's actually buying dollar and you can sell it. I didn't know whether if you get it. It's very simple stuff. It's as simple as that particular stuff. You understand me? So you can, if you're watching this particular video, you don't have DOM account, you can just put in your ordinary bank account number and some other things. Then when you have DOM account, you can log into PAYONEER and go to settings, and you can add another bank. You understand me? To verify it. But again, hopefully if you get your DOM account, it's very simple for you. So when you come to this particular place, it says bank name. So let me actually use my first bank account. You understand me? So my bank name is actually First Bank. You understand me? So it said account holder. In other words, what is your name that you use to open that particular bank account? For me, I use Afabike Ekene. You understand me? Oliver. You can use you can just type. Again, this might not be what exactly I use, but you have to type the name exactly it appears on your bank account. You understand me? So when you come to that particular place, you say account number. You understand me? Then I have to actually type my account number. I didn't even know whether if it's correct, whether if I have it or failed. You understand me? Before I made mistake again, this is for training sake. I have already have my account. So this place is what is deceiving a lot of people. In other words, what demoralize a lot of people when he says Swift or BIC number. Again, you have already know that Swift number is actually that number. In other words, bank identifier number. Okay, let's go to Google and let me show you this particular stuff. You understand me? Very simple. So let's say First Bank Swift code. You understand me? So I can just type Google. I know it, but I just want to show you. So once I go to Google, First Bank Swift code, and it says this. You understand me? So this is the First Bank Swift code. You understand me? Okay, let's actually bring this thing out, and I will show you what. Okay, let me come to this particular place and say access. You understand me? Access Bank Swift code. I will blow your mind today. You know that all this thing is very simple. All this thing is very simple. You understand me? So I can go to this particular place, type this particular stuff. Okay, let's actually do one more stuff. You understand me? GTB Bank Swift code. Again, hopefully you can call your account officer to confirm this. But I'm telling you that almost what we are seeing here is as 100% as poor is that. Sure, understand me? So now, according to what I previously showed you on the graphic, when you go to this particular place and they actually separate this, let me actually show you what it means. So understand me? So you come to this particular place, separate this. So this particular one is the bank code. In other words, this identify the bank code, and this particular one identify the country, which in Nigeria is NG. I don't know whether if you get it. And this particular one identify the location. So somebody might say, wow, but I mean, then you go and you tell me that it's Lagos. Let me clarify you a little bit about this particular banking stuff. Like in the eye of the world, they don't know about GT Bank, First Bank, and some other things. Do you know which one they know when they come to Nigeria? CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria. You understand me? So now, other banks in Nigeria are seen to be the branch of Central Bank of Nigeria. Like if Central Bank of Nigeria now did anything wrong against the law, they cannot. None of the bank can close them. But had it been that any of the bank did anything wrong against the law, the CBN can close it. In as much as that they are different in investment, their money, but they're under CBN. I don't know whether you forget it. Then when it comes to First Bank, they have regional center, they have national center. Each and every bank in existence, they have where they have the main headquarter. You understand me? And almost all of them, I think, have their headquarters in LA, in Lagos. You understand me? That is LA. Then NG is for Nigeria. You understand me? And this particular one is, I think, First Bank in Nigeria. What this particular NI? I don't think it's that Nigeria International. This one is Access Bank Nigeria. This one is GTB Bank. I didn't even know which this, but what I know is that this particular code is actually representing the bank they were talking about. So when they're sending this money to you, they have to send the money to it. If you are using, like I'm using First Bank now, they have to send the money to First Bank in Nigeria that are stationed, because they have to be talking to the headquarters that are stationed in Lagos. Then it is the duty of these people to actually, okay, this particular Oliver Fabike having this particular account number, open his account. Once the money entered into First Bank with that particular my account number, so understand me, is my account, so I can withdraw it from anywhere. I didn't know if it mustn't be my own branch. I didn't know if you get it. Very simple. So without wasting our time, I have to actually copy this particular Nigerian Swift code for First Bank that I'm using to go to this particular place and just paste it. Very simple stuff. Once I paste it, I have to click on agree. You have to agree with them. If you have time, you read on what you are agreeing. Then you have to actually click on submit to finalize this particular stuff. Again, if anything confuse you, I believe that nothing will confuse you at this particular stuff. So you say congratulations, your PAYONEER account application has been submitted successfully and is now being reviewed. You are now in step 2 of the application process. So it has been open and it's being reviewed. You understand? So most of the time, Let me actually go to my Gmail, and again every time this particular Andy from Google, always whenever you open email, this particular stuff will be talking, this particular guy will be talking to you. Again, I know that it's automated message, understand me. We are just having fun. So these people have actually sent me this particular email. The summary of this particular email is to tell me that I'm in the second of this particular review side. On this particular review side. So when you go a little bit down, then you'll be able to actually see some certainty. Let me actually hide this particular stuff and show you. So behind this particular place is my username and my customer ID. Otherwise, whenever I wanted to contact these people, what I will use to actually contact them. Again, I have done everything. So what I need to do now is to try to log in to know whether if my account has been ready. Very simple stuff. So I have to click on this particular button that says login. Again, I can still go to payoneer.com and click on login. Very simple stuff. And once I click on login, this particular my network seems somehow slow. Now I beg of you not to be slow. Once I click on it, then I have to actually put my username, which is GFA all in one gmail.com. Then I have to put my password, which is blah 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 and blah blah blah. Very simple very simple stuff. So once I just type this particular, a lot of the time they will show you all that ugly verification Google have implemented in this line. So understand, I call it ugly. So after then, the first thing you see me this particular question. Once you log in at the first time, okay, let's actually jump to what town was your mother born. What town was your mother born? What was the last name of your first grade? What town did you spend your honeymoon? What old was your father when you were born? What was your father's birthday? Just make sure in which year did you meet your. Make sure that you actually select what you can answer. So understand me good. So the second one is you see I select this particular stuff and give this answer. Again, you can write this particular stuff down. So this particular one says, oh wow, in which city did you get married? What is the street on which you grew, or what is the name of the colleague you went, of the college you went? What is the first name of your grandfather? At what time of day was your oldest child born? Which high school did you attend? In what street was the first address you lived? Select question. What one will I select? In which city did you get married? What is the street on which you were born? Show understand me. What is the name of the college you attended? So just select the one that you actually resonate with. Like this one I can say because what is the first name of your grandfather? Your father's name. So just make sure that what you selected you know it, or you can just type it down, just click on submit. Very simple. So again, this is my first time, that's why it's first time of login, that's why asking me for this particular thing. Again, boom, everything has been done. You understand me? So now there are some certain things that actually remain. So within some days, they have to send you an email. Sometimes it might be something like few days. You understand me? So these particular people will send you a follow-up mail. Then you follow the mail up. As you can see, I have one mail here. So some people were bothering me about. As you can see, I have one mail here. Maybe so I have one mail here and some other things. Back to message. As a requester, your profile detail had been updated. You understand me? By very simple stuff. Very simple stuff. So I can go to go back. Very simple stuff. So from here they were asking me about that particular money. Blah 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 blah. So what you could do is actually, if you go to settings and go to bank, if you wanted to actually change your bank detail, go to settings and go to bank. You understand? And from here you can actually change your bank detail. Very simple stuff. You know what I have to do? You understand? Because actually they have to send me some other emails to actually upload my, like from here I can add more bank accounts from this particular place. Exactly everything that was in the other one. You have reached the maximum number of bank account that can be added for more. So I can read it. Also I can just click on this particular stuff and delete this particular bank account, and let's assume that you use your normal bank account where you open it. Delete this particular bank account, and this will be true, so I can actually add another bank account here. You understand? So then if you wanted to actually update some, you know what I have to do? Let me actually log in with one of my PAYONEER, one of my training PAYONEER account that I used before, so that I will show you a complete system after everything. Just have this thing in mind now, so that once I log in with that particular PAYONEER account, you have to see everything. Let's assume I wanted to log in with that particular new PAYONEER account again. I mean, say the PAYONEER account I have used to train people before. You understand me? So that you see the complete detail, so that it will not confuse you. I don't know whether if you got it. So what I did is I just logged in on this particular my account, one of my account that I use for training. You understand? So if you come to this particular place now, let me actually close this. If you come to this particular place, the one that I just opened now, you see that this one I have just only activity and receive. And when you come to this particular place, you have activity that have full, all of this particular full stuff. You have received that have all of this particular full stuff. You understand? Again, when you want to withdraw your money, you have to click this particular button to withdraw. It take you to the withdrawal. Again, the question is, when will this particular account have all this thing? Again, we'll be watching your email. They will be sending you a new email on what to do next or what to do. There will be a time they will send you an email on to upload your national ID card stuff. I mean, so whatever you use, if you use your voter's card, you upload it. If you use your national ID card, it's what you have to upload. You understand me? So after uploading it, then everything will be very simple. Everything, all these things will have to actually come out. All of them will have to actually come out. Again, if you go to this particular place, go to settings. Now you can see update. You can see update profile, but yeah, update profile is not yet out. So with that particular, the next email they have to send you, it will be out. You understand me? So from that particular place, you can update some other thing. Again, follow their email, and you can contact them whenever you need to contact. Or if anything confuse you, you understand. But what I wanted to show you is that actually, if you want to draw to your bank account, after you have made money, so you can come to this particular place and click on withdraw to bank account, and from there you can follow up. And if you wanted to actually get your account details, you understand? Let's assume that there is a need to get that particular account detail. Let's assume you have to use it on ClickBank or PayPal or some other things. You go to this particular place that says receive, then you go to this particular place that says global payment service. Again, is when your account is up to that you'll be seeing those particular stuff. As you can see it now, this thing is not up to. Sometimes within a day, within 2 days or 3 days, they have to send you email that as in the second email, as you can see it on this, the second email have to be something like where to upload those particular documents. In other words, your identification verification document. I don't know whether you get it. It's something like your national ID card, your driving license, anyone is the one that you selected. Even if it's you selected national ID card, but you use voter's card, upload that particular. You use voter's card data, upload that voter's card data. So you see, all this bank will be given to you. Most of the time, you need to request for it. Like for this particular one, I have not requested for it. That is why this plus sign is on it. You understand? So I have not added for it on this particular account. Again, you cannot see it on this particular fresh new account because you can't get to global services until you uploaded that particular your detail, as in the follow-up email that will come requested from you from that particular follow-up email. You understand? So if this particular account is not given to you, this one is Britain pound, as a British pound. You understand me? So like if you open a ClickBank account, you needed this particular bank detail. So what you need to do, like this particular one, you have to actually click on this particular button, click on request. But because I have already requested it and they are giving it to me, you understand me? In other words, this is the bank they actually open. I can open a bank in UK. You understand me? This is my sort code and the bank sort code, and this is my bank account number. of in UK, and this is my number. So if I'm making money on clipback, let's assume I open it from UK or something like that. So from I can actually supply this particular stuff. Again, I have Euro Bank with them. Very simple stuff, as you can see. And the bank country is in Germany. You understand me? Very simple stuff. And this is the IBAN number. This is BIC. In other words, I've showed you what BIC is. Like this 41 is the bank. This one is actually representing the country, and this one representing the the location. You understand? And the bank name is Wirecard. You understand? And it's located in Germany. And this particular one, they didn't even write where it's located, but I know that it's on UK. In other words, you understand? United Kingdom. You understand me? Now, without wasting time, I've showed you everything you need to do. How to get this particular bank detail, how to withdraw to your bank. If you want to withdraw to your bank, boom, just click here. If I click to withdraw to my bank now, they have to send whichever amount of money that is here to my bank account. But again, I would advise you, allow your money to get up to $500 or probably 1,000 before you withdraw. You understand me? So that at least you know what you are withdrawing. You understand me? Very simple. So there is no need of, if there is any other thing I need to show you on PAYONEER, maybe I have to shot another video and actually show you that particular stuff. Again, from activities you can see everything. You can refer friends. So if you wanted to refer a friend after being a member, you can just come to this particular place that says refer a friend and just click on this particular button, or you can just go to this particular place that says activities refer a friend. So any of them you have, you click on, you understand me, will get you to where you can will be able to get your referral link that you have to use to refer a friend. And if you're a paid member of Global Freelance Academy, then you have the potential to actually put it on Global Freelance. So you click on copy, show the same. You have the potential to actually put it on Global Freelance Academy membership, so that people who register there can actually make $25. So like now, if I want to share it with, this is that particular link. This is not my main account, so don't even try to register under this hoping that you register under me. If you want to register under me, just make sure you get to this particular Global Freelance Academy and go inside the Global Freelance Academy and click here. Potentially there that you register under me or one of the affiliates of the Global Freelance Academy, whichever one it is, you still register. you are one of us. You understand me? So if I go to this particular place and say, now you can say awesome, you understand me, and just share this particular stuff on Facebook, so that whomever sign up will sign up via my link. And I can also do that on Twitter. Again, if you want to actually share this particular stuff, Twitter, you understand me, you can share it, and you can also share it on LinkedIn. Again, if you don't log in with this particular, with your browser on this particular network I'm opening now, you have to log in. It's because I logged in already. That's why it's showing me all direct share. If you don't log in, you have to actually log in before you can share them. You understand me? Very simple stuff. Now, without wasting time, I have to sign up this particular video here. I believe this is the only thing you needed. The most thing you needed to actually, once you have to open a bank account, you can filter your settings from here, add new bank. You understand me? You can also pay to somebody. You can also withdraw to bank from here, your money to bank. Before you withdraw, make sure that the money that is you have added from your bank is actually, I mean, say the bank account you added is the domiciliary account. Again, if they have the potential to be sending to other bank account, I will tell you, but for now they are doing it with domiciliary account. So if you haven't added your domiciliary account, don't withdraw money yet, even if you make up to $1 million. Understand on it. So you go to global payment services to get your account detail. Again, I've showed you everything I needed to know about this particular stuff. In the next video, I have to actually show you how to open a bank account. Understand? Whatever this particular video is, if you're not in where you can see that particular video, follow whichever link that is on this particular video, up on that, and it will get you to where you can, once you become a paid member of Global Freelance Academy, then you can watch this particular free, say how to open PayPal account and clickback account. Again, I have to sign up this particular video here, and I will see you in the next upcoming video. Bye.